Hi and welcome to MQW Driving School, another video. This video is for Horsforth Test Center. This is the real test video and this is also used as the mock test route for any student to prepare for themselves for Horsforth Test Center. Same like before, this is still going to be coronavirus situation with examiners only taking the student out and there is no instructor sitting in the car. Starting outside the test center with 30-mile speed road, going towards the roundabout. Students started very nicely. There was no mistake in move off. Now there are some mistakes the student have done in this test, which is driving a little slow, showing some hesitancy, not making a good progress, not doing a very well observation on the junction and roundabout, but they all general fault they did. Now this test route is very interesting and it have a more some up and downs, and very good route to practice. Is the best mock test route, I believe, for the Horsforth to challenge somebody their skills. Now instead of going to the roundabout, you're going to take this right turning into the street and only turn right when you don't see anyone coming from front. Once you stop and you have to move again, make sure you look on the blind spot to see no one is overtaking you. Right mirror and right signal should be must, and don't attempt if you see someone is coming. Okay, be patient and only move when there is no one. Now this street is still your 30-mile speed. No change. Now as you may be driving the manual car, so make sure you're going up the hill, so stay in appropriate gear and keep giving some revs so you can take the load of the car and weight of the car up the hill easily. When you come on this road, there is a chance the examiner may be going to ask you to pull up on left hand side on a safe location and then ask you to move again. This will be your test of hill start. They can ask you to pull up behind the car, which will be the test of hill start with moving at angle. So this is the best spot to park up on the left side. Listen to the wording of the examiner if they ask you to stop anywhere safe or they say don't worry about that. Now, when they ask you to take a left turn, make sure there are two left turning at the same time. Don't take the first one, take the second one. The examiner may be going to help you to tell you the street name as well to make sure you don't turn in the first one. First one is a dead end. Okay, so first one you don't take turn, this is the second one you take turn. But you can start your mirror signal in a normal time, doesn't make much difference. Now staying on this road, then end of the road you will go to the main ring road, single carriageway, and this is where the speed will change. Now end of this road, turning left, so left side mirrors, left side signal, that's your sign for 40-mile speed, but make sure you use full left corner to stop, all the way to left corner. Student did very good, he stopped on the left corner. Now look on the right shoulder properly. If you see someone coming on main road, don't move because maybe they are coming very fast. This is a 40-mile road, so maybe someone may be rolling down because it's going to be a downhill on the left side. So make sure only move when it's safe for you to move. And if you do see any blue light emergency car giving the blue lights, so make sure don't move, wait for them to go, and again check if still somebody coming, then let them go and then you go. End of the day, the driving is all about safety, so whatever action you do, it must need to be safe action. Now if you can see the student taking time, so make sure maybe there's a reason for them. There may be someone coming from the right, so they not doing anything wrong if they can see somebody coming. Now you're approaching to the roundabout. Now this is a downhill road, single carriageway, ring road, 40-mile speed. So make sure when you join this road, don't drive slow, be fast. But if you're approaching the roundabout, then you don't need to be a fast car. Look at all the sign on the left. If you see the green color signboard, is more likely you are in a primary routes, and primary routes are 40 up till 60 and 70. But can't be confirmed because sometimes they're construction and can be less. Now you're going straight to the roundabout, so staying in a left lane, outer circle. If no one, keep moving. Mirror signal left about here. Watch the green signboard again. and then turn left. Make sure it's a 40-mile road, so keep your speed up. Must show the good progress. Now check the student speed is almost about 32 miles at the minute, and it's approaching up till 30 miles. So this time we cannot say is any mistake of progress. So they're up till 38 miles so far, or 40 miles. This road, maybe they will ask you to do some show me question like switch on your wipers front and back, show me the demister, wash and clean, switch on the headlights, window up and down. So be ready. Now this road so far is only one lane, is going to change into two separate lanes. If there is no information to you to go anywhere, then just keep in the left lane and keep going straight. But on this test, they got information to go right from the second set of the lights. So you have two options. Is all empty and clear front and back. First you can go in the left lane after this McDonald's, and then you can change the lane later by looking proper right mirror and right signal and final blind spot. But if you see there is a lot of traffic and this is going to be difficult for you to change later on, then you are still allowed to change your lane in advance and make your planning. This come under your awareness and planning. If you're changing lane early and settling yourself in a good lane for your next junction, is nothing wrong in it. But driving on a right lane on an empty road is not acceptable. You must need to be on the left otherwise. So this is the first set of traffic light. You're approaching to the second set of the traffic light. About now you must start using your mirror signal so people know why you are in the right hand lane. But again, if it's all empty and clear, you don't have to do it now. You still can be continuing the lane, and then a little bit nearby the junction you can do the mirror signal. I think this condition, I better say don't give signal unless you clear this turn, because maybe people will say that turning giving the right signal, maybe you're taking a U-turn or something. Now this way you can say now you're a bit near to the junction, this is the best place for giving signal. So if you give in before, make sure you cancel and give again. Now again, right mirror signal and move your car in the right special lane, which is called a filter lane for your right turn. Now this is another set of the traffic light. You have to wait before the turning, so when the light will go green, just be quick to clear the junction quick as possible you can. You was a 40 road, where you going now, that will be your 30-mile road. So when the light green, make sure clear the junction quick possible you can, as safe it is. Okay, 30-mile road, keep going straight. Maybe you want the street, you will take a left turn soon. It can be any one of the street, but sometimes they use the same one which they use for every time. The street you're going to enter, that will be the 20-mile street, so make sure your speed choice will be different. So let's say this is the one. So left mirror signal, and then you turn, see this 20-mile speed sign. Think about the meeting traffic situation, and again be ready for some moving and stopping in this kind of streets. So this is the first moving and stopping exercise. We normally get 6 to 7 times moving and stopping in a whole test. So be ready and listen to their words, what they want, where they want you to stop. And if they say don't worry about the driveway, then just don't worry about the driveway and you block someone's driveway as well. Because you're not going to stay there for long, soon you will be ready, you will move again. As there is no single yellow, double yellow lines on the left side, so it's all safe, just next to the grass you are fine. Now keep going straight on this road. Make sure you keep look for this triangle signs on the floor, guiding you about the construction ahead. When you see the construction ahead, see the narrow sign as well. Be ready for temporary traffic light on the construction times. Maybe stop and go signs using by one of the guy who's telling you what to do. So start making your mind, start preparing your mind. And this is 20 mile, don't go more than 20 mile speed. See triangle signs on the floor, construction signs you can see on the floor. So don't ignore them. and be ready to see any hazard meeting traffic, which can be controlled by the light. So make sure you stop before the red board easily. Leave enough room for other people to come from the front and go. Once you stop and you won't go, make sure you look on the mirrors and check your blind spot as no one is overtaking you, and then you will make your move. You stop because of the light, so you make sure you keep an eye on the light, because when it's green you should leave the junction quickly as possible or leave the place quickly as possible, but don't forget to watch before you go. You are still on 20 miles, so when you stop and move, make sure you don't forget which speed you are driving on. Now, end of this road, you will approach to the roundabout and they will ask you to take a left turn. Now this roundabout is a little different. This is not like a round circle. It can treat like a junction as well, like a T-junction, and sometimes it treat like a roundabout. But both times you are turning left, so just normal left side mirror, left side signal, left side position, and you will just make a left turn. So like a T-junction and any other junction or like a roundabout, make sure anyone coming from your right, you make sure you stop for them. Don't need to drive fast when there are a lot of construction, when there are a lot of cars near to your other cars, so make sure keep a steady speed. You will not see any triangle warning for the roundabout. As I said, this is not 100% like a roundabout, so you maybe don't see any warning. And that is the common mistake sometimes people do when they think about is a roundabout. They look for the sign and they don't see it and they don't think is a roundabout. But look straight, you got a blue sign and the stripe to tell you to go left only, same like other roundabouts, and it say give way like a T-junction. So stand on the left, do the proper observation on the right, only move when there's no one. And now you are in 30-mile road, not 20 anymore. There was a sign at the back. Now you're approaching to another roundabout. This is a quite big roundabout in the Horsforth Centre, joining from the dual carriageway and the ring road. One side is 40 mile, which is a left, and right side is 70 miles. And you can go left, straight and right. Because of the bus, it's better to do a complete lane change and go in the right, and if you're going straight, come back to the left lane. But if you have a chance to go straight, stay in the left lane. If you have a chance to go right after changing lane, you don't have to come back to the left. This is more like awareness and planning. You can stay there if you already know you're going to the right side. But if it's a long road, then you can come back and then go again, is fine, but you have to do a lot of work of mirror signal again and again. See, like now student is changing lane again, so if they already know they're turning right, they should be in the right lane for the beginning. There's no need to change lane last minutes. Should more awareness and planning. Okay, finally you're in the right lane, so that means you're turning right, third exit of the roundabout. So right mirror, right signal, and then you stay in the right lane in the beginning. Watch on the right hand side. If you see someone, you wait. When you don't see, don't hesitate, leave the junction quickly as possible you can, as it's safe for you to do so. When you move out, make sure you stay in inside of the roundabout, which we known as inner circle of the roundabout. After passing the second exit, then you will move to the left with the left mirror signal. This roundabout is quite big, and many people normally fail on this roundabout by not looking properly on the shoulders or not taking their lanes properly. So this is your number 1 exit. When you reach about here, this is called number 2. Now left mirror, left signal, and move in a left lane. Student did move a little bit not very early, but reasonable. But if there's no one, it's all fine. Now you're entering in 70 mile dual carriageway. This was your national speed limit sign, so 70 mile dual carriageway. Make sure when you come on this dual carriageway, don't drive slow. You must have to make a progress. Now check the student speed. This is only 30 miles so far. Now going up till 40. Now you reach 40 miles speed on your car. But if you do have a car in front and you see the big triangles, traffic light, again you don't need to drive 70 miles. Just drive what is safe for you to drive at that time of the test. Still reminder of national speed limit. Big triangle means the hazard coming ahead, so don't need to be a fast car. Start slowing down when you need it. Examiner asks the student to take a left turn to the traffic light. So that means you don't need to fast. This is the lane to go left. When you're about near the traffic light, then start using your left mirrors, left signal, and move in the left lane. You will see some slip road and hash marks, so make sure you don't drive on the hash mark. You stay in your left lane. When the light change, you must stop the car. See, like it's the last minute stopping. It doesn't look like a proper planning about the traffic light. But if your lights are green from a long time, make your mind that it might change to red and you have to stop the car. Now this hash mark on the left is not allowed to drive on. So when you stop on the traffic light, first you move a little bit. When you see this broken white lines on the left, that's known your slip road. Then you do left mirror signal, watch on your left, there's no cycle passing you from your left, and then move to the left lane. When you get this traffic light, there's another traffic light as well. Make sure the light is green for you to go or not. So once you settle down in the left lane, now make sure this light is also green as well for you for the left turn. Then look on the right, no one is coming from the right. Then take the car out. This is a 30-mile road. Keep going straight on this road. Yeah, but nothing special, just driving straight. Be careful for any bend and corners, less visibility. Maintain your speed properly, don't drive slow without any reason. Now later on, you're going to make a one of the road left turn. The examiner is going to tell you in a good time where you want to turn, so listen to them carefully, and if you're not sure, ask them and they will repeat for you. The reference for you, the turn they will normally say is the one opposite to this, bus stop. Bus stop is on your right hand side. Okay, that is your bus stop, and that's a street to turn left. So left mirror signal and turning left. You maybe have noticed the sign is 20, so now the speed change again. This is not 30 anymore, now 20. Before turning the sign was there, 20 mile. Now keep driving on this road, 20 mile speed, don't need to increase your speed more than 20 mile. Again, bit narrow road, so be careful for any mid traffic situations. Someone coming from the front side, make sure it's maybe not enough for two cars to go easily. All the humps you must need to slow down, never go very fast on the hump. Hump is the reason to make you slow, so if you don't do it, it means you are not obeying the rules. But 20 mile speed is already a slow speed, so when you see the humps, don't go very low, don't go 10 or 5 miles. Be careful for any pedestrian walking towards you on the road or on the footpath. When this street will finish, then we turn right. Now when you go to the end of the street, make sure there's a little different angle you need to use to stop the car. You cannot stop straight like a T-junction. It's a little bit bendy road, so you have to stop like a bend to the left before you turn right. So that is a bit tricky point, and is all about the road marking, that how you are following the road marking and how much awareness you kept with the road marking and watching on the floor properly. Okay, this is the angle, so keep it left, 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 then stop, and if your signal cancel, do it again, which is again mirror signal to the right. If you stop properly, then you're able to see on the left properly, left side of the road. Otherwise you can never see who's coming from the left, and that'll be the risk for you to turn without watching. Okay, now you are in 30-mile road, so keep driving on 30-mile speed. Speed will change so many times on this test route, so make sure you keep watching the speed limit all the time. Missing the speed signs, driving in the wrong speed is one of the common mistake in the Horsforth test center people do. Again, there are some speed breakers, some humps, so you don't have to be exactly on 30 on the humps. You can reduce when you see the hump or when you approach the humps, and after the humps you can go back to the normal speed of the road depending on the type of the road and condition of the road and traffic of the road. Now soon one of the street going to take a left turn. That is your street. Now left side mirrors, left side signal, and you will take this left turning. As you're turning left, it's your right way, so you don't need to wait for anybody. Now when you come on this street, there are a lot of keep clear signs in front of you. So if you do see someone in the front of your car and there's no room for you to stop, then make sure you don't stand on the keep clear signs. Now you're turning right to the traffic light junction. So this is your crossroad junction. Maybe you have to do nate side to nate side or offside to offside if you see someone coming from the front. Now this is the important point. No one is coming from the front. One light is green. Quickly move the car out and clear the junction quickly as possible. Can you see the driver is actually not moving? Now the light changed. Now he stopped the car in the middle of the road instead of cleared the junction. So that is a serious mistake and test fail here. Once you leave the line, you must clear junction quickly as possible. If you stop the car on the junction, you should see no one is coming from the front. So when my light will green, I will clear the junction with a little gas and I will clear it quickly as possible by making a good progress. When you stop on the traffic light, you technically stop behind the stop line. Once you leave the stop line, then there is no point to stop. You must need to go forward quickly as possible. Other traffic coming from your right and left, they will wait for you to clear the junction. So this is again awareness, planning and anticipation about the junction in advance before you approach. Now the light change, you go halfway in the middle. If you don't see anyone coming from front, just leave the junction quickly as possible. Some junctions have a very short light, so be careful. The light can be back to the right very quickly. So that's another reason you need to be very quick as possible. Now test is failed, but examiner decided to continue with the maneuver, give the student a maneuver and then take the student back to the test center. What they decided with the examiner, that whenever do any serious mistake, they normally take them back without doing anything, but I don't know why the examiner decided to continue with the maneuver. Anyhow, this is a normal junction. You stop before the cycle line. They made this junction traffic light junction recently with the new road signs, new road markings, so make sure if you use this junction, use it properly. Now I'm going to take the student into this pub on the left hand side. Now the important thing about this pub, they use this bay parking, but there is no option for the right side parking, so you have to do the forward parking on the left side of the road. Entrance is very small entrance, very like an arrow, so make sure very slow to enter. Now another left turn and then you need to park the car in one of the bay. The examiner told you to do so. Examiner said to the student, can you do the forward bay parking, any bay of your choice, or maybe on the left side of the road because there is nothing available on the right side. So in this condition, you need to stand on the right side of the road as much you can, near the white lines on the right, and stand straight first. Then you take the reference with your mirror and the line on the left, and then you turn towards the bay. So this car is more like in the middle of the road instead of the more on the right, so make sure you stand fully on the right as much you can before you turn to the left to make a best. Now you turn the car to the left side into the box you choose to turn. If you are not inside the box in one attempt, just reverse back, correct yourself and go again. What happened in this situation, the student was looking bit okay inside lines in first attempt, but when the student is not looking great and let me correct it, he moved out and came back in the box, and that way he, instead of making it more better, he make it worst. And that is a second serious mistake that cannot park the car, and that becomes of not a good control, not a good observation. Can you easily can see you are bit center of the two boxes, and when you finish your car to make it bit better, your left side is still on the line. So left side of your car is still on one of the line. If you're still not looking very great and better, you should be making yourself correction again. Now, when you know you cannot park, just take the car out. They will direct you which side you need to go to take the exit, because this car park have two exits. So if they decided to take the street exit, they will bring you here, then ask you to do the right hand turning. Now, is a keep clear sign in front of you, not for you actually, but there will be room for you to make a easy turning if it's a queue. Don't forget to watch right and left properly before you make a right turn. Should be a proper right mirror right signal. Now keep driving on this road. This is a 3 mile road, nothing special. Keep driving, and then you will see this road changing from 30 mile to 20 mile. When you will get near the ESDA, make sure there's a bend on the right, so don't by mistake go straight into the ESDA. Keep bending to the right, and then one of the street, take a left turn. So after turning left and the road, you turn left again, and then you go on this road, 20 mile speed. End of this road, turn left, then traffic light, turn right. On the traffic light is green and no one is coming from the front, don't wait here, just turn, and if it's a filter light, turn quickly. After turning, keep going straight down the hill, 30-mile road, make sure your speed don't go more than 30. Be careful for the meeting traffic situations, don't stop behind somebody, and if you do stop, make sure you stop with a big distance to car length hold back position. And end of the road, turn left. Now take the next road on the left. This is the low lane where your test center is. All 30 miles. Again downhill, some bend and corners. Is a double bend sign, some parked cars. So make sure drive properly and keep going straight all the way to the end of this test, which is a test center. As you near the test center, they're gonna ask you to find the best place for you to park up. Make sure you do proper mirror signal. Then when you normally come back, maybe other drivers are coming back at the same time because you all started at the same time of your test. So find a good slot and then park up on the left side as you normally park the car. Now this is end of the test and result is fail, and you already know the reason was not making a good decision to move that time of the light, but student actually did move quickly from all other lights. So I don't know why just one particular light he was not planning to move. So that means he know how to move, he know how to go, but just not paying any attention that time and didn't make the decision to move. He just spent. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. If you have any comments, please leave any comment for us. We will do the mock test after the lockdown.